It's the ultimate road trip. The road to the College Bass National Championship. Teams from colleges and universities all over the United States competing in some of the most challenging and most rewarding fisheries in the country. What started as a 6-team single event 6 years ago has taken flight and grown into a remarkable nationwide phenomenon. They bring the talent. They bring the teamwork. And you're about to see them as they compete on the way to the national championship.
God, that was awesome!
Big universities, small colleges, it doesn't matter. The ability is there at every level, and the desire to compete never stops. The competition is most definitely fierce. So get ready for school spirit like you've never seen it before.
That is it! Yes!
Pick a favorite. Pick a star of the future. It's the next generation of overachievers in the sport of bass fishing.
Giant. Giant. Whoa. Yes! That is game over. This is gonna win it right here. We're putting up in the top. May not beat Oklahoma, but we're going in the final.
The College Bass Road to the Championship.
Well, there it is, the Arkansas River as it flows through Little Rock, Arkansas. Take a look at it. That will be the site for the College Bass National Championship 2010, the 6th edition of this great tournament, and we're going to get even deeper into it this year. We're going to take you on the road to this College Bass National Championship. The East Super Regional, the West Super Regional, and the North Super Regional with some wild card action thrown in together. It's all about winning this championship with college teams from all over these United States, looking for one goal: to host those trophies, those oars that signify that you've beaten the best in the United States. I'm Tommy Sanders along with Mark Zona. Hard to believe 6 years ago when this thing started, 6 teams from all over the United States showed up to contest for the prize. Now over 220 teams registered in the system.
I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to hit the Wayback Machine, Tommy Sanders.
Oh, yeah?
Literally, back when we were in college together.
We were never in college
No, we were not in college. But if you look back at the 70s and 80s, this was something that people kind of frowned upon when you were in college. You'd go out and fish all the time. Lord knows I did it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you.
But if you look at now, 6 years ago when we started this, there was 6 teams in this that basically limped their way to Arkansas to fish this thing. To now, you look at these teams, and if you were to put them next to some of the best Bassmaster Elite Series anglers in the world, whether it's decision-making or their mechanics, you cannot tell the difference.
They take a quantum leap every year, it seems, in sophistication with regard to bass fishing. And this year, we will find out. We'll see for sure that there's no exception.
And I'll tell you something. A lot of these anglers that we're looking at throughout this show, throughout the championship, they are guys that you and I will cover the next few years down the line.
3 super regionals we're going to be taking a look at today. Lake Tyler in Texas, the Mississippi River, and also the Alabama River. Let's get it started. Let's go to Lake Tyler. Well, this West Super Regional held on Lake Tyler, not surprisingly, near Tyler, Texas. Actually, it's a 2-lobed lake on Mud Creek and Prairie Creek. There's a canal between the two. It's about 5,000 acres for these guys. We're going to pick it up with the University of Texas Arlington, Stephen Pinot and Stephen Cermak.
And Tommy, let's just hold on real quick. Let's just slow things down. Our guy, Stephen Pinot, look at the line. Look at the line, just an absolute, here's what we like to call this on, well, my previous show I used to do. This is a train wreck. This is an absolute disaster, especially when you have a complete fence panda. I'm talking Tommy Sanders, a slunge. And not only that, the fish is not hooked in the mouth, it's actually hooked in the tail. Nice job, Stephen Pinot.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Hey.
Put your hands on that sucker.
Did I tell you guys? Say, come follow me or what?
Hey, hold your fish, man. Don't let that boy get away.
Now, I just want to let you know, I wasn't sight fishing in 20 foot of water, but I barely had him hooked. Oh, that's a big one, dog.
Well, that right there is like the Sanders and Zona show. You have the fish hooked in the tail, and not only that, you have hooked the other 11 rods on the deck of your boat. Nice job, fellas.
6 pound high seas fluorocarbon. You hear me? 6 pound line. Giant. Giant. I think that's, what do you think? That's a good shot for big bass in the tournament, dog.
I think it is, man.
ESPN 2. Hey, I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom and Dad. I'm gonna say it's a pretty good shot to be on ESPN. What do you think?
I'd say so. That's what Lake Tyler's
Bassmaster is my favorite show. I think we don't have to put a call ring on him. Oh my God, dude. What a pig.
Well, this giant here was the big story, but it wasn't the whole story. This spot was what played out for these guys here. They picked a good place to set up, UT Arlington.
Well, you have a couple scenarios that's going on right here. Basically, you're looking at a post-spawn situation. A lot of fish in the backs of the creeks moving out. They're all done spawning. Guys are doing a little finesse fishing here. You see a wacky rig Senko here. We saw fish caught on a drop shot. And here's basically the glory of whenever you go to a lake in Texas, you always have a shot at a big bass, but you gotta kind of like the finesse style approach right here. Usually when any lake we go to in Texas is a power style situation, not the case right here.
Well, it certainly set up great for these guys, and they had a successful, super successful day there. 18 pounds on day one, of course, anchored by that giant 7.52. Look at that thing right there. Hats off to UT Arlington.
She fought pretty hard, so 6 pound line. 6 pound high seas fluorocarbon. We got her in.
6 pound line, you landed a 7.5 pound bass. That must have been a pretty scary fight for you.
You got a back reel. I mean, that's for sure. You gotta have your drag set. You got a back reel. So I've caught, one close to 10. I've caught a bunch of 9s on 6 pound line before. So I mean, it was scary because it was in a tournament, but that's always nerve wracking to have a big one on the light line.
Oh, that's college fun right there, catching a bass that size. What a way to start out your road to the College Bass National Championships. Yet we say UT Arlington would wind up in second place to these guys. When we come back, we'll look at the fortunes of Friends University of Kansas and how well they fared in this West Super Regional. Stay with us.
The College Bass Road to the Championship is brought to you by Academy. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. And by Plano. Plano Tackle Systems.
We're on our way to the 2010 College Bass National Championship. This is a very important stop along the way, our West Super Regional from Lake Tyler in Tyler, Texas. Boy, they cranked them on day #1. Let's take a look at fifth place team, the team from University of Arkansas at Little Rock, Trent Gebhart and Brian Duckett. Tarleton State of Texas in fourth place, John Anderson, Brandon Ford with 17-11. Texas Tech, how about Coleman Crook going it solo by himself, knocking out 17.48 pounds. Friends University, though, #1 on day #1, 18 4/100 pound for Von Humrichhaus, Jamie Bristow. Right now, let's get out to the team that rocked that big one on day 1, UT Arlington.
Yesterday we had a pretty solid game plan that we figured out in practice. Throwing a top water in the morning and trying to capitalize on fish that were chasing shad, and also catch some fish that are garden fry, which is what's really tough is those fish that are garden fry will either eat it really well, or they won't eat it at all. And yesterday they wouldn't eat it at all. So I think they just like more the idea of a frog more than they like the actual frog.
I'm not sure what that means, Tommy Standard. Stephen Pinot, Steven Cermak, our team that was fishing deep on that bridge on day #1. Well, when the birds of prey come calling, bud, do me a favor. Keep the wheels on the bus, guys. Keep it together.
I'd like to get the first one. Yeah. Just the first one. Then, just press to you, how? Good. Just run right at me.
Keep them on, man.
Good. Just run right at me.
That'll keep, man. Good.
doubt it.
Unless I got a better look at it. Talking microns here, dude. All right.
Oh. Yes! Is he touching?
He's touching.
Hold on. That's it, dude. That's it.
All right, we'll throw him in for now. We'll call
throw
him out later.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. That's so sad. Open him up.
That's this guy. That sums it up, man. Happy and sad. 0 to 10 and then back at 0 in a matter of seconds. It's the most hot and cold dude you'll ever meet in your life.
It's only because I want it so bad. You know? You get stoked and then, you know. That's it, the peanut catcher. The peanut catcher.
Well, if these buzzards are an indicator of anything.
Yeah. The death of our game plan.
Yeah.
These buzzards are here to feed on my hopes and dreams.
Stop.
No.
Kind of reminds me of that cartoon we used to watch through the 90s.
What's that one?
That Beavis kid?
Oh, no, I thought you were thinking of Heckle and Jekyll with the crows there. No. Well, Texas Arlington's doing fine right now. We'll leave them for a while. Let's go out to Matt Day and Tyler James, one of the many teams representing Texas A&M in this lake that just looks so great.
And we talked to our main reporter up there, Rob Russo, and he said these guys fishing literally within sight of the boat ramp, fishing a lot of possible release fish, but we're seeing the transition to a lot of shallow water bass being caught on this second day. And here's another thing here on Tyler Lake. Look at how healthy every one of these bass are.
Talk about healthy. That fish right there is going to help Tyler James and Matt Day to a 13.85 5-pound limit, and that is respectable. That's going to put them in third place on the day. But now over to the guys who led on day number 1, representing Friends University. About 1,000 students up there in Kansas. This is Von Humrick House